Marcio Fonseca, GR Silver. It's a pleasure to have you back here in the workshop forum for the Metals Investors Forum. And I have a few questions for you, as you well know. So first thing, we have a lot of exposure in Mexico through the Morgan Report. It's the usually number one or number two silver producer in the world, and it will probably continue to do so for the foreseeable future. What makes GR Silver unique in Mexico?
First of all, thank you for having me here. What makes GR Silver unique? Most of the management has been working in Mexico for more than 15 years, fluent Spanish, track records of buying, developing, and selling assets in Mexico, silver and gold. That means we are not arriving today in Mexico. We've been doing business now. And now we are in a position that we consolidated a mining district under the 100% ownership of this company.
Excellent. So can you tell me a little bit more about the management experience in Mexico? There's 15 years there, but maybe some of the other areas, jurisdictions, something like that?
Management, including myself particularly, I was heavily involved in the Silvercrest mines at the beginning. That goes back to 2005, still as a banker, and I'm a geologist as well. And we've been working in Sonora, Sinaloa, Durango, and this district, the Rosario Mining District in Sinaloa, was before under control of different companies, each concession under the ownership of different companies. We've been able to put them all together in a single package. Today, we have 29,000 hectares. Not only the Plomosas and San Marcial projects that we control now, but also other concessions up north, close to Vizsla, and concessions around the exploration projects controlled by Fresnillo.
Excellent. So I'd like to still stay kind of on the big picture, and that would be, what is the company's near-term and longer-term value catalysts?
Our near term it's all about resource expansion, increasing the inventory of ounces of silver and gold in the Plomosas and San Marcial concessions. As a reference, when we started the business 2 years ago, we had 23 million ounces. In 9 months, we almost increased that 6% to 40 million ounces, silver at San Marcial. And now with Plomosas, we have 6 areas of drill holes that we are releasing, and now we have 2 drill rigs on site, a third coming. There'll be a lot of drilling in the near term. Long term is how to integrate these 2 projects, because for the first time ever, a company can control both assets at the same time.
Great. So let's drill down on that. Excuse the expression, drill down. So why don't you give us a little bit more on the business strategy and the plans to advance and integrate both of the Marcial and the Plomosas projects? And, what would it be dependent on, like what your results are, which one you go through first? Is there a plan laid out based ahead of time, like right now? Or are you going to kind of let the geology dictate what the let's say the near term and the longer term would look like?
For sure. We have the benefit of have 2 projects that are at different stages. The Plomosas was a past producer of lead and zinc, and we have discovered silver and gold. Past producer means all the permits for operation are in place. The San Marcial, that's 5 kilometers, is an exploration project. So as we increase the resources on both, but Plomosas, we don't need to apply for the permits. We save a lot of time. Neither we need to pay any additional capital or money to the vendor. We control 100%. So the integration comes to save time and money to put those 2 together. And I would like to highlight here that Plomosas was a past producer, lead and zinc. So when Grupo Mexico left the asset, they left a non-compliant 43-101 reserve under Grupo Mexico standards for 5 years, never validated, and we are going to validate that as well. So there's an underground mine that we can really advance with more exploration drilling, but we are not starting from zero. There are already some ounces over there.
Okay, so let me dive even deeper here. I think you've explained that extremely well. But you have like 29,000 hectares there. So you're looking at projects that's around Fresnillo and it's next to Vizsla, as you've stated. And what could happen beyond the 2 mines that we're talking about now, or the 2 projects, I should say, that we're looking at now? Is there possibilities of even more out there?
For sure. as we announced that we closed this oversubscribed bought deal and raised 90 million. We start 5 million bought deal and end up not raising 90 million. We have more cash now. We have now 15 geologists on site, senior project junior geologists, so fully staffed. So we have more capabilities now in the next couple of months, not only to continue the drilling at Plomosas, but also to start doing some early stage exploration around these new areas to add value and create potential business for the company and opportunities for investors as well.
That brings up a question to my mind, and that's this. Let's say you make another discovery and it's substantive, but it needs more drilling. Would you consider spinning that out of the present company for, however you JV it with for cash equity, that kind of thing? Or are you more focused on that's your district play and it's going to stay in-house? Or have you even thought of that?
It's important to disclose that I used to be the largest shareholder in this company. I put my capital for the company as well, a lot of skin in the game. I'm now probably the second or the third. But I see a lot of value for investors if they spin out, because if you have a discovery in another concession, we can create another company. It's a potential spin out. Let's make that clear.
Yeah.
So whoever is an investor in this company might end up controlling shares in future companies in that district.
Right. Well, the reason I brought it up is for that very reason, and I wanted to hear it from you. And people that have been with me a long time have seen that happen in the past. It doesn't happen often, but it's certainly a value play. And, this is a tough business. We both know that. But when you have opportunities, as we're outlining here, sometimes there's what I like to call a little sweetener to it that can take place. I'm not going to promise anything, and I know you're way too smart to do so. Being around you a few times, I know you probably walk faster than I do, which means you just got back from the project. Is there anything that sticks in your mind from getting back here and what you just saw on your last trip?
For sure. I'm very happy. I went to Mexico 10 days, spent 10 days on site at Plomosas with all the exploration staff. And I came back very positive about the opportunity for new discoveries, not only on surface, but also at underground inside the Plomosas mine. And looking at the drill rigs operating and all the geologists working the field gave me a lot of energy to see that they have a very solid business now and controlling the district. And the ability to continue to release not only the recent historic drill holes, but now also our brand new drill hole results. It's really coming.
Okay. Well, we'll be watching for those. That's for certain. So I pretty much covered everything I can think of. We've got the financing, we've got the people, we've got the projects, we've got a lot of upside. You've got the 43101 compliant coming soon. You just came back pretty happy, and you can't tell us the results, but I'm sure they're probably not bad. He wouldn't be smiling so much. So is there anything that I haven't covered that I haven't asked that we should have our investors know about?
I believe you covered pretty much, but the only thing that I would like to add in our discussion here today, Dave, is that this company is well set up because we don't have any big payments. We control the assets. We've been there in a long time in that district. We have knowledge and expertise to develop our program, our business plan, to the point that we were invited by First Majestic to buy their assets. And they invested heavily in the last financing, showing to the public that they still believe there's something in that project that can be of good merit for discovery and increase of ounces of silver and gold.
Very good. Well, I know you don't waste a minute of your day. I probably waste a few minutes a day, but not many either. So as far as I'm concerned, we go ahead and close it out. I want to again thank you for bringing my attention to GR Silver. A few of my members actually got on it pretty early and were able to connect, I think, at the appropriate time with a lot of upside, not only from your projects you've outlined so well, but the potential for silver to go much further from the present level, which is everybody breathes a little bit better when silver's in the 20s. So congratulations to you and your staff. I wish you all every success, and I will be keeping in touch on a regular basis.
Thank you very much again.